Hey, Tessa here from Green Angel, here to help you make sustainable living more accessible and easier for you through making these videos. So in this video specifically, I wanted to help you go through how you can have a zero waste lunch and how your lunch can be as sustainable as possible. A lot of times when you go out for food, it's during the day, it's during when you're out and about for the lunchtime where you really produce the most amount of waste. So that's because you're on the go, so you just kind of take something to go that's single use instead of thinking of more sustainable options. And I wanted to share with you some really easy ways to live more sustainably for your lunches as well. So the first big thing that comes to mind is sandwich bags. Normally you always get these sandwich bags where you either put in like fruits and vegetables or you put in sandwiches and you take them with you for lunch, either for you or if you go to your work or school, or like people always take those sandwich bags with them and they just use them once and then throw it away. So I'm gonna give you now the top 3 alternatives to sandwich bags that you can use instead, which I just think are a bit better in general for the environment. Now the first one is of course just reusable containers. Instead of sandwich bags, just bring a glass container with you, or even an old plastic container that you already have in the house. These are also still quite light, so it doesn't have require that much extra space in general. You can use a small one as well, and this is just so much better because these containers, washing them is so much more less effect on the environment than the production of these sandwich bags. So it's much better to use these containers and then wash them than reusing these plastic bags over and over again. So that's a really great alternative. And otherwise, you can also just use reusable sandwich bags. If you still think the glass containers are just too much of an effort, or they're too heavy or too big, you can just buy reusable sandwich bags. These are also sandwich bags made of, I think it's kind of a sturdier plastic or a sturdier material that can just be reused over and over again and can even be washed. So I think that's a really great alternative as well. And if neither of those really work for you, then another great alternative is to use paper bags instead, and really take care of those paper bags to try and use them as many times as possible and reuse those as many times as you can. So in terms of your lunch, I think those are great alternatives. And when it comes to cutlery as well, you can bring your own cutlery from home. Stainless steel cutlery is already so much better than taking the to-go from somewhere, or bamboo is even better if you have bamboo, but also just the cutlery from your house is actually just as good as getting the fancy bamboo cutlery. They both work, but just getting in the habit of bringing your own cutlery and your own water bottle with you so that you don't have to buy the plastic alternatives, and already bringing your own lunch from home instead of constantly buying something to go is also much better because you reduce the amount of plastic packaging that comes from those to-go meals. Now of course nobody's perfect. I sometimes still get the to-go meals as well, and it's not about perfection. The zero waste lifestyle is more about minimizing your waste one step at a time. So even if you just bring a home made meal once a week instead and slowly build up, that's already so much better than where you would have been before. So I hope these tips helped. I hope you found them useful, and I hope you can implement them into your daily routine as well. See you in the next video. Bye bye.